Greetings and salutations, everyone, and welcome back to more Little Goody Two-Shoes.
Little Goody Two-Shoes.
Where last time, some spooky stuff happened, and we found shiny shoes. And Elise went crazy and started singing in town about how much she wants to rule over everyone. But anyway, let's see, we can either do work, although I think Lebkuchen said she wanted to see me, although that might have just been flavor talk was... Yeah, she does want to talk. Before that, how are you guys doing? I'm not so certain I want to talk to these two. I'm hoping you've had some time to think, Elise. Kieferberg needs order and fellowship, Hans. It needs stability. We can't keep going like this. Going like what? You're well aware what I'm talking about, lass. Let's keep our cool, old Jokin. Jokin? I'm just gonna call him Jokin. Elise has spared it some thought, I'm certain. Let's say I have. You ought to listen to your elders, lass. It's fine. Lebkuchen. Also, I looked up what Lebkuchen means. It's like a honey bread that's similar to gingerbread. So that's what her name is. So let me move the speaker a little closer. Yes, the mic, I mean, but yes. I'm here for my earful, I suppose. You're no child, Elise. For goodness sake. I'll spare you, Elise. You're aware you've said too much. I couldn't have stayed silent, you know that. I agree it was their fault, Elise, but we both know this will only get you the wrong kind of attention. Old Jokins, to be exact. I'm well aware of Lebkuchen, which we know is not pronounced Lebkuchen, but it sounds funny, so I'm keeping it. There's no real need for you to fret over this, you know? There is the utmost need for me to fret over it, Elise. I'll keep Father Hans from dwelling on it too much. Alright. Why don't you meet me here at dusk, Elise? We could both use a little downtime, wouldn't you say? I'll be here. Will I, though, or will I meet someone else? I don't know. Okay, she's at dusk. If I, like, find the other girls, do they want dates as well? I don't know. We'll see. Let's go exploring before we do any work. Hard at work in those shoes, are you? They hardly make a difference, Mr. Guido. Come now, lads, we ought to get to the logging camp. Getting that maypole done in one day won't be an easy task. Okay, they're making the maypole. I must say, I'm not confident either. All we need is a little cheer, lad. Get the townsfolk feeling jolly again. There's no shortage of joy in this, lass, that's for certain. We all saw you twirling about the village square, at least. Never imagined you could sing. Oh, that wasn't... Way to keep up the cheerful mood, lass. That's precisely what Kieferberg needs most this week. Oh, they liked it, I suppose. Keep that in mind, Elise. You must share more of that song and dance, you hear? They liked it. Say not everybody hated it. Oh, you're the one I need to get a pretzel, right? This silly old thing. To think Lebkuchen and I used to spend entire afternoons taking turns on the swing. Secured by slightly frayed rope and covered with pine needles, the swing's wooden planks swayed gently in the breeze. That's cool. What about her, though? Hey, good day, ma'am. I was helping Granny Gretel. Oh, you can't expect me to believe that. It's true, I promise. On my auntie's life. Helping her with that. What, then? Granny Gretel gives me bread whenever I come visit, you see? She asked me to taste all the pies for the festival. Is that so? It is so. It really is so, Elise. Best not try Granny Gretel's patience, Mandy. She's too old for that. It's Muffy. Miffy, Molly, Mubby. It's all the same to me. It's not that silly of a name. So wait, do I need to get her a pretzel or not? Maybe the pretzel, she'll come asking for the pretzel later. In which case, I should have pretzels. Do I have money for pretzel, though? I do not have money for pretzel. Lebkuchen, see, that's the stuff. A bundle of cookies made with different doughs, filling and toppings. Lebkuchen. Plus 3 food. But it's the same price as bread, so it's not actually, like, more efficient or anything. It's the 5. I don't know, but same, okay. Lebkuchen, pretzels. I need money. See ya, Granny. I wouldn't know where Freya would be to go talk to her. Let me go back to my house real quick. Maybe I can get a date from someone else. I don't know how it works. Oh, that's just the safe spot down there. I always see movement and think someone's there, but it's just the safe spot. Go through the grape zone. Okay, she also wants one. Also, I said I was gonna have breakfast with her, but then I just ran away because I found shiny shoes. Anyway. Elise, I thought you'd be in town. And I was. Did something happen, Elise? The old fools made a tremendous fuss over my shoes. I don't think it was the shoes that were the problem. A fuss? What do you mean? They accused me of being a witch right in front of everyone. All because I sang and danced my way to Kieferberg. Oh, I'll show them how wicked I can be. Elise. I'm losing my wits in this town, Rozenmarine. There was that old hag, too, and I can't wrap my head around it, Rozenmarine. I truly can't. An old hag? I'll tell you about it later. I'd best head back to work. Say, Elise, won't you meet me here at dusk? Oh no. I have to choose one. I can try, I suppose. I'll make you something hearty for supper, Elise. Some eggs. All the eggs you can get. Now she must use the room. I don't want to admit it, but she did raise my spirits a little bit. I should have asked in the comments last time which girl I should go for if I can only go for one, because right now they're both at the same time again. Lebkuchen gives me food. But the other one is kind of living in my house, so it'd be nice to hang out with them to know who I'm hanging out, rooming with. Yes, that's what I need to say. What jobs are there? So wait, I am a little bit hungry. I have some bread, I believe. 3 breads, in fact. Oh yeah, and then the map. There is... Help Marlene with the apples or help Linda chop some wood. Which one is which? Who is wood and who is other stuff? They're both right here, so let's go over there and see. And then I will do save file 3. Over here is where the jobs are. Oh, she does want one as well. Maybe she's at a different time this time. Hi, Elise, look at those shoes. Red truly does look best on you, Elise. Why, thank you. Oh, you have to wear them to the festival, Elise. Now is the time to find yourself a proper suitor, Elise. Ah, that's precisely what we were chatting about with Freya. Oh yes. Aren't I a little too young to be looking for a husband? Why, the sooner the better, I'd say. That's not exactly what I'd like to be doing with my time, if I'm honest. I used to feel the same way until I met Finn. You'll see. I'd say Freya's got a good chance of meeting her future husband soon. Oh, Mrs. Brunhild, I wouldn't say You're quite the catch, isn't she, Dorothy? Oh, Freya is the catch. In truth, I do feel the same as Elise. My interests lie elsewhere, you see. Oh, you don't mean... sewing. And I have my hands full with the festival, too. This really isn't the time. Oh, that reminds me. Would you come and meet me by the well today at dusk, Elise? Oh, yes, I suppose. Girls these days, huh? You two will come around, I'm certain. Wait, did she say dusk again? Oh no, they're all at dusk. Well, that's a difficult decision that I don't have to make now, so let's not worry about it. Let me double check. Chop wood or apples? Elise, Mama won't let me chop wood for her. Don't be silly, Jacob. You're much too young to handle a hatchet. Can you get us some wood for the hearth, Elise? Of course, Mrs. Linda. Your mother's right, Jacob. You're too little. Am not. You're a stubborn lad, that's what you are. Why don't they ask Freya to chop it for them instead? Is there a minigame for this one too? Yes. Yeah, chop, chop, chop. Tell me what to do. A is chop and B is kick. Why would I need to kick? Oh, maybe birds will fly there or something. I don't know. Okay, kick the bird. Don't kill the birds. Why is he throwing animals? What is this? I can kick animals away. There's barely any wood. Round 2, maybe there'll be more wood this time. Oh no, I tried to kick the wood. Other than that one error, I think I did pretty well. A rank again. I can try again, but that costs money. So no. You win. I knew I could rely on you, Elise. That's a lot of logs. Here you go, my dear. Okay, I got 40 tea monies. Thank you, Mrs. Linda. I thought I'd never find you, Elise.
For goodness
Oh, what now, Miffy? It's your...
Anyway.
I don't have food for you. Shoo, shoo. But Elise, it's your... My what? Your friend. The last with the funny hat. She's right outside.
Hurry it up!
Take me to her, Molly, right now. come to town? Why is she here? Oh, she's in town. Okay. My, you're covered in dirt, lass. No, I'm... She's so funny looking. Look at her silly hat. Angelica, don't be rude. Do you know this lass, Lisbeth? Elise said she's from Primmeldorf. Oh, I'm not from Primmeldorf. I've never had a... Why, I haven't the faintest idea, Arya. I'm looking for Elise. Have you seen her? Elise, do you know her? We do happen to know Elise, but how do you know her, lass? Elise said she's adopted. When did you hear about all this, Melly? Oh, if you'd please tell me where. Look, Mama, she has a tiny scarecrow. Forgive me, but does anyone know where I can find Elise? Rozenmarine. Elise.
For goodness sake!
What are you doing here, you? So you do know the last Elise. Yes, she's...
Keep it together, Elise.
Think, Elise, think. A distant cousin from Primmeldorf. Why, you don't have cousins, Elise. I do recall old Hall's mother had a sister, but I never met her. Yes, exactly. Rozenmarine here is my aunt's granddaughter. It's Rozenmarine. Oh, I'm so very pleased to meet you, Rozenmarine. Oh, thank you. Anyhow, it's getting quite late. We'd best move along before... but do tell me, my dear. How long have you known you had a cousin? Hall told me about her, or I've met her this Saturday. I mean, this is closer to the truth. So I'm going with that. Met her this Saturday. It's all very much new to me as well, you see. My, I must say that's rather strange, Liz. Oh, why did I say that? Oh, no. How did you know to find Elise, lass? Oh, in truth, we've exchanged letters before, or Auntie knew where we lived in Kieferberg. Well, I said I didn't even know she existed before, so I can't just change my story and say we exchanged letters, so... This one. That's all Rozenmarine knew when she came about to meet me, right? Yes. Yet she never visited, did she? Oh, my auntie was of rather fragile health, you see. I do remember old Hall mentioned her family from Primmeldorf, but... Must have heard it from someone, I'd say. Most certainly. From whom? Old Hall never left Kieferberg after settling down, and... If you say her family was rather distant... Oh, this is quite confusing, isn't it? Oh, would you look at the time?
Yes.
I think I know what you mean, Elise. That's alright, you two. We wouldn't want to keep you. It's a pleasure to meet you, Rozenmarine. She's delighted to meet you all. Oh no, suspicion went up slightly. It's fine. That wasn't too bad. Freaking out over nothing. New objective, talk to Rozenmarine. She's here somewhere. Okay. And then later we can help Eugen with the chickens, which we've already done chickens, and play Kiss the Rat with the kids. What does that even mean? I guess we'll find out. Okay, before talking to you, I want to buy food. Buying. I want a pretzel in case I need one later. Just have the one. And then I could just buy a Lebkuchen and not eat for a while, then just eat Lebkuchen. Buy a Lebkuchen. I didn't need money. Right.
For goodness sake!
Have you completely lost your wits, Rozenmarine? I'm sorry, Elise. I knew you had a bird's nest for a brain, but this is too much. Well, you know what you did. I'm sorry, Elise. I didn't mean to. I was chasing after Flock, you see.
For goodness sake.
For goodness sake, Rozenmarine. Why not let him frolic about? That's what goats do.
Oh,
He took the laundry I was tending to right out of my hands. I couldn't let him ruin your sheets. Alright, well, truth is we made a complete mess of it. I don't even want to think about Father Han's reaction. I'm sorry, Elise. I didn't mean to trouble you. Forget it, Rozenmarine. It's alright. I'm telling you, it's fine, Rozenmarine. I feel all I've done so far is trouble you. Which isn't a complete lie now, is it? Yet, I do enjoy your company, so... Elise. Anyhow, we ought to keep our stories straight. Maybe if we tell them I came to lend you a hand with work.
this is it.
That's it, Rozenmarine. Huh?
Alright.
Alright, listen carefully. Your grandmother is Granny Hall's auntie, the one that never came to visit. That makes you my distant cousin of sorts, you see? Yes. You came about to meet me, but we could have simply bumped into each other. And you asked me if I knew anyone named Hall. I don't understand, Elise. How does that relate to what I said? Why, you liked Kieferberg so much you wanted to stay and lend a hand. Oh, you're a kind, charitable, loving soul who wants to help with the festival. That'll keep them from asking too many questions, I'd wager. I think that's a great idea, Elise.
Alright.
This being said, Rozenmarine, you're going home right after nightfall, you hear? I don't want you hanging about these folks too much. Alright, Elise.
I did it.
We're making it happen right now, then. Let's go. Yes. Party talk. You must be careful, Rozenmarine. These folks are all nosy and ill-tempered. We don't want to make this situation any worse, understood? Yes, Elise. I'll be good, you'll see. So she's like in the party. She's like with me. Let me just double check this. One heart with you, none with Freya. And the Lebkuchen is one heart. Head back to work. So does that mean just do a job, or... I don't see anything else marked, so just do any job I want. And then at dusk, I need to make the decision. So if I hit A on this, what does it do? Oh, it just moves that. Okay. Okay, I don't know what Kiss the Rat is. I doubt I'll get... If it's helping kids, would I even get paid? I want to see what it is, though. We already did the chicken one. Full of surprises today, aren't you, Elise? My, who's this lass? I'd like to introduce you to my cousin from Primaldor. It's a pleasure to meet you. I'm Rozenmarine. You don't mean to tell me Hall still has family in Primaldor. What would you know about it anyhow? Or... did, but... I don't know. I wouldn't want to speak on Rozenmarine's behalf, but... my granny has already passed, so... I see. That's rather unfortunate. You're from a humble home, I can see that much. Oh, truly, I've always been rather... Why, aren't we all from humble homes, Mrs. Bertha? Truly, Bertha, we hardly know the lass. My, people take offense to everything these days. Suspicion went down. Yes. Oh. So this is your cousin, Elise? It's a pleasure to meet you. I'm Rozenmarine. You're discussing the flower crowns for the festival, Elise. I ought to make one for Rozenmarine, too. Oh, I wouldn't want to trouble you. Don't be silly, Rozenmarine. We want you to feel welcome. Be done with that scruffy hat of yours, too. I was surprised to hear you had a cousin, Elise. Linda and Lisbeth here told me everything just now. I still don't quite understand how she came to be in Kieferberg, however. You see. I've always known I had an auntie named Hall in Kieferberg. I heard at the festival and decided to take my chances, that truly is wonderful, lads. Oh, but wasn't old Hall... Oh, would you look at the time? We're so busy. Oh, do enjoy the festival, dear. Thank you. We are saved. Good thinking, Rozenmarine. Okay, we didn't lower suspicion, but it worked well. Who art thou? Is everything alright, Mr. Tristan? Old Wilhelm's one stubborn fellow, let me tell you. He's not long from meeting his maker, yet still works himself like a donkey. Mr. Wilhelm's still rather cheery for his age, wouldn't you say? There's a big difference between one's cheer and one's strength, Elise. What are we to do if he takes a tumble? What is he attempting to do? More importantly, Elise, who's the lass? Ah, this is my cousin, Rozenmarine. Rozenmarine. She came all the way from Primeldor for the festival, you see. It's a pleasure to meet you. Here I thought Old Hall was your only family, Elise. No, not quite. Well, welcome to Kieferberg, lass. I hope you enjoy the festival. Ah, thank you. Cat. Dog. Can I bring her into the church? I just want to. Is it just you? Ah, but who's this, Elise? That look on her face means trouble, I can tell. Oh, good day. This is my cousin Rozenmarine, Lebkuchen. A cousin. My cousin, yes. She's a distant cousin from Primeldorf, related to Granny Hall's auntie, you see. Is my line that bad? No, no, no. Stick to the story, Elise. Keep it together. It's all in your head. I'm here for the festival. It's a pleasure to meet you, Rozenmarine. I'm Lebkuchen. Oh, it's Rozenmarine, actually. I've fallen into the habit of calling her Rozenmarine. A habit. Oh, not a habit. I didn't mean to call it. Has Elise shown you about town yet, Rozenmarine? Not yet. I only got here on Saturday. We've been at home mostly. Saturday. I did mean to introduce you to. I have no doubt, Elise. She knows. It's no use. She sees right through me. I spend most of my time here, Rozenmarine. You know where to find me. Thank you, Miss Lebkuchen. Oh, Lebkuchen is fine. Don't let Elise work you too hard, you hear? Very funny, Leb. I see. Quick, summon the bird. I go this way now. Apparently. New city area. It's just mostly a street. There's some people over there. They have nothing to say. Oh, now they do. Taking pity on beggars now, are you, Elise? There's no need to be so crude, El. This penny beggar, Mrs. Elma, happens to be my cousin. Would you look at that? A cousin. I don't recall Hall having siblings, Elise. Of course she didn't. Can't you see the poor lass has lost her wits? Me, what about you, Mrs. Elma? Or you're being rather unreasonable, Mrs. Elma. Be the more polite one. Giving Kieferberg such bad reputation. Why, you... Truly, Elma. I must say, that's no way to welcome Elise's cousin. I'm sorry, I feel I've been a bother. Not at all, lass. I apologize for this altercation. Allow me to introduce you. This is my cousin, Rozenmarine. Rozenmarine. Alright, I'll acknowledge that was rather unfortunate of me. Welcome to Kieferberg, Rozenmarine. Thank you. Suspicion go down. Yay. And this leads back to that other area you can get back there with. So can I go this way? Phone. The bell rung. Okay, that leads... Is that the same area I was just in? They both lead to the same area, okay. Run past the dogs and the birds. We have no suspicion anymore. We are not suspicious. But I'm still gonna go around town because I can. Oh, how dreadful. You're making a bigger deal out of this than you ought to, old Odilly. What now? Odilly here has caught wind of your cousin, Elise. Heard you from Primmeldorf last. Yes, from a nearby village, in truth. And you're... She's the granddaughter of Granny Hall's auntie, Mrs. Odilly. You've heard of her, I'm certain. I suppose old Hall did spend quite some time in Primmeldorf, from what I recall. That's what I've been trying to tell you. I must say, I'm still trying to figure out exactly how you two met us. We met by chance. But that's quite different from what you... Rosemarine's granny told her about me long ago, you see? Yes, I came here in hopes of finding my relatives. We bumped into each other by the crossroads last Saturday. She asked me if I knew of someone named Hall. Now that's a story worth telling, lass. I see. Did you hear that, old Odilly? There's no need to fret. Alright, well, welcome to Kieferberg, I suppose. Thank you, it's a pleasure to be here. Run through the fields. Look. Granny Hall used to have plenty of cabbages in our backyard. Several cabbages have flourished on the field. Nearly ripe enough to be picked. What about this? How do they get their wheat to grow this tall, I wonder? Fully packed and golden, the wheat heads sway gently in the spring breeze. I stacked them so neatly for Mr. Eugen, and look at them now. In the corner, various bundles of hay have been raked together in a disorganized pile. Let me go through the fields. Is this more... yeah. Wheat. There's the famed cousin. We heard all about her from Arion. Allow me to introduce you. Mr. Flynn, Mr. Guido. I'm just gonna say Guido. This is my cousin, Rozenmarine. It's a pleasure to meet you. Just in time for the festival, aren't you, lass? Oh, I've been hearing all about it. Make certain you make the most of it while you're here. Rosemarine's going to be helping me with work all week. Making your cousin work for her stay, Elise. Doesn't surprise you in the least, does it? No, Elise is very kind. It was a joke, lass. Oh. You're very welcome in Kieferberg, Rosemary. It's Rozenmarine. It's time we go, Rozemarine. We have much to do. There's dogs barking and stuff outside. One second. I think they're gone. Okay, what's this? Some of these aren't looking so good. Several rows of beets, some of them looking rather withered and dry. I don't know why, but I love the smell. Several stalks of corn stand tall, their leaves are vibrant dark green. Did they have corn? I don't know what time period this is, so I don't know. Okay, that's one of the jobs. That's the chickens. I already did chickens, so let's not do chickens. Run past them. I'm just exploring. Whoa. The windmill. There's a shiny... Go down the stairs. Item get. Acquired one toy horse. What's a toy horse for? A simple wooden toy horse. Its wheels now loose and rattling. Could be sold for some change. Okay. I'll keep that in mind. It's locked, I suppose. It's not like I make my own bread. I don't need to get in here. Granny Hall took me down to the lake once, I remember. Carved deep into valleys, Kieferberg Lake spreads out between the hills. You see buildings way over there. Bye, goat. Oh, I can go in here. Animal, horses, pigs, etc. There's like a bird section over here. How long has this water been in here? Dull, murky water sits in the livestock space. Let me run through your fields real quick. Left alleyway down, Kieferberg Inn. Ah. Okay, let's bunch up. Rozenmarine can help. You can bring her along to help you with tasks and get better rewards. It'll cost you 3 times food each time, but she'll make tasks easier and avoid raising suspicion. Yeah, I have to feed her. Goodness gracious, Elise. There's no need to make such a fuss for you. Oh, it's such a pleasure to meet you. My name is Freya. I'm a friend of Elise's here in Kieferberg. Oh, I'm, Rozenmarine. What a wonderful name, Rozenmarine. It's nice meeting you, Freya. She's my cousin Freya from Primeldorf. From Primeldorf? Oh, you simply must come and dance with us. Of course, Freya. Everyone keeps talking about this festival. I'm very much looking forward to it. There's so much to show you, I can't wait. Oh, I know. Why don't you two come have dinner tonight? Tonight won't work, Freya. She's lending me a hand at home tidying up Granny Hall's old bits and pieces. Oh, that's quite alright. It's such a shame, though. I very much appreciate the invitation, Freya. Of course, you're welcome anytime. Tell me if you need anything, both of you. Don't work yourself into the ground now. You too, Elise. Now that is a face we've not seen before. Ah, Mr. Gustav, this is my cousin, Rosemary. It's Rozenmarine. A cousin. I had no idea you had family besides Old Hall, Elise. Joking. I do recall Old Hall had an aunt someplace near Primeldorf. Welcome to Kieferberg, lass. I do hope you stay for the festival. Ah, yes, I will. I must say, I'm rather taken aback, Elise. It's not that much of a surprise, is it? As if I'd even bother lying to you folks. It's not that much of a surprise, is it? Rozenmarine came to me after her grandmother passed, that's all. The lass is right, there's no reason to fret. Of course, I wouldn't want to make anyone feel... On the contrary, Rozenmarine, it's the other way around, if anything. I'm certain you'll enjoy your stay, lass. Thank you so much. Suspicious now, but it's already at the lowest, so... Folks are starting to get ready for the festival, I suppose. I wish they didn't leave everything piled up right in the middle of town, though. I just want to talk to everyone now. My Elise, who is this lass? This is my cousin, Rozenmarine. Rozenmarine. Oh, I could have sworn it was just you and Old Hall. She'd always said I had an auntie in Primeldorf. Rozenmarine's that auntie's granddaughter. You're very welcome in Kieferberg, Rozenmarine. You simply must stay for the festival. Of course. Oh, I'd best gather the laddies for class now. You're a teacher, Mrs. Dorothea? I teach them some basic reading, writing, and numbers is all. Alright, Mrs. Dorothea. Dorothea. We'll be on our way now. It was a pleasure to meet you, Rozenmarine. You too, Mrs. Dorothea. I don't know how to say names. Now we can go to the water well. I don't know what's there, I just want to explore it. Got lots of cats and stuff. How many afternoons did I spend here washing these folks' clothes, I wonder? Kieferberg's washing well. A statue of a fish stands in its center. Mrs. Wilma's got a whole shed for herself, and yet... Fashioned out of an old barrel, the rickety cart rests cradling a couple worn-out buckets. I see. Well, it's nice here, but let's leave. Well, you can see all the farmland and stuff. Look at that view some more. I've always wondered what lies beyond those hills. Spotted with isolated homes and rows of crops. The broad valley's fields spread out into the distance. Seems like more farmland than what we see. This is just the town part. Okay, let's go sell that toy horse, I guess. To this lady. I get so lonely all by myself in this inn. Yes, lady. Here you go, pretty lady. I got 10 monies. Sure, that's all, sweetheart. Goodbye. You have such lovely features, did you know that? I see. You. Play Kiss the Rat with the kids. I guess I will try that. Do I get paid? So you weren't lying, Melly. I told you. I know what I saw. What did you tell these two, Melissa? Maybe it's best we don't annoy her, Elise. You shush it, Rozenmarine. Now won't you and your cousin play Kiss the Rat with us, Elise? I mean, I guess I will, although I don't know if I want to. We can play with you, I suppose. Oh, a game? You stay close to me, Rozenmarine. I'll go call Groom. Gross, I don't want this stinky rat anywhere near. I don't know why I'm doing it either, but I must do it for completionist sake. What is Kiss the Rat? Kiss of the Rat. Blue pass, yellow pass. What does that mean? Pass to blue, pass to yellow? I guess just hit whatever color it is. Ow. Ah, I'm too late. I'm bad at it. Ah. Round 2. I realized it was yellow too late. I was only a C rank. Oh my goodness. Do I still get paid? Well, I'm not redoing it. You pass. It's a tie, huh? Gruen left already, but you can have this, Elise. It's from the two of us. Okay, I did make 30, so it's not bad. Is this how you two are spending your allowance? Oh, I feel bad for taking it. Well, I don't. I've had it with this game. Okay, I think it's dusk now. Now I must make the choice. It's best you head on home now, Rozenmarine. Folks have had enough of you for one day. Oh, it was so much fun, Elise. If you say so. I'll see you at home, then. The investigate now. Okay. I can do all the dates, or I can get more money. I gotta do one of the dates, though. Rozenmarine is in the attic. Lebkuchen is at the church. Freya's at the water well. So do I still have items? Okay, she ate the no, the Lebkuchen's here. It's all good. Okay. What are you guys talking about? A summer child would do you no good anyhow. And you, Elise? What about me, Mrs. Brunhild? Old Hall brought her to Kieferberg in the summer. She told me I was born a few weeks after the summer solstice. How are you to know when you were born? Granny Hall ought to have known, Mrs. Lord. You were adopted, to be fair, but... Oh, but weren't you brought here as a baby? She was, so I suppose Old Hall couldn't have been wrong. I can't say it's very polite of you to be discussing such things. I'm sorry, Elise. I was asking them about the townsfolk. With my baby coming and everything. My, you always take everything so seriously, Elise. Okay. Everyone. I seem to be angry for some reason. I keep having the angry mark. Anyway, am I a little hungry? Is that what it means? Not enough for Lebkuchen yet, though. I could eat the breads. Save up for the Lebkuchen. It's over here.
Puppy.
It's you. It's pretzel time, Elise.
For goodness
Oh,
sake.
spare me, Maggie. I've waited all day, Elise. You promised me a pretzel. Promise you no such thing.
Oh.
I'm telling Father Hans then, just you wait. Good luck with that, Mindy. I've already introduced her to everyone myself. Oh, my poor beggar cousin, Rosemary. They fell right for it, every single one of them. She's not your cousin? Golly, Elise, even I fell for it. No, you've got it all wrong. What I meant was... I'd best go let all those folks know, huh? Oh, if only you'd given me a pretzel. Take the pretzel. You keep your wretched mouth shut, Mindy, or else. Dare tell a soul about any of this and you're good as dead.
Oh, boy.
That's what I thought. Oh, and it's fresh, too? You're so generous, Elise.
All right.
Are we clear, Murphy? As long as you give me some grape juice tomorrow. Where do I even get that?
Puppy.
So I can drown you in it. Got it. Oh, wait, I think it was at the store. Grape juice. Eek. Best make certain I keep some aside for her tomorrow. Okay, so suspicion goes down when I do that. So maybe I can just afford to not give her some stuff a few days and then give her more the next day or something. I don't know how it works. At least I'm very not suspicious. So that strange castle is still over there and I don't know what it's doing. No one has talked about that castle. Okay, now I must choose between Lebkuchen and Rozenmarine. Now, Spooky said she liked Rozenmarine the best. But that was just from episode 1. I don't know if she would have changed her mind by now. Very difficult choice. But the way the episode is now, I could almost end it here and just decide later, but... Lebkuchen or Rozenmarine. It is a difficult decision. I mean, I think we're already lost with Freya. We're gonna need to keep standing her up. Rozenmarine or Lebkuchen? I wish I could remember specifically what each person said. Rozenmarine lives in my house. I'm just gonna go with Rozenmarine. I'm sorry, Lebkuchen. Maybe it's not all or nothing. Maybe I can still decide later to just date everyone. I don't know. I need food. I still have a Lepkuchen. I just want a pretzel or two. In case I get injured or something. Tomorrow I gotta buy grape juice or something. We shall see. Need to be maximum not suspicious. Okay, one last save before I commit. And since Spooky liked Rozenmarine, and she lives in the house I'm in, I'm gonna go with her, but the next time I save, go to save slot 4. And just remember that we can go back to save slot 3 if I decide it was a bad move. I don't know where she went though. Is she... No, she was in the attic, that's what it said. Well, this is my room, not the attic, but close enough. There she is. I'll spend some time with her, or I have better things to do. I'll spend some time with her. It's best not take too long, Rozenmarine. I have work to do. And I can't be away for long after that whole ordeal. I promise it'll be quick, Elise. Come now, let me show you the attic. Well, it's my attic, so what are you showing me in the attic? You've settled in, huh?
Yes.
Of course, this is my new home, after all. Getting a bit ahead of yourself here, isn't she? Sleeping under our roof took some getting used to. I've been sleeping under the stars since I was little, you see.
I see.
You did say you're a traveler.
Yes.
Oh yes, I used to travel about with my granny while she was still in good health. Where is she now, Rozenmarine? Come now, sit. Show me your hand, Elise.
For goodness sake.
Rozenmarine, wait. Ah, I see. You can't possibly be reading my palm. Stay put, Elise. I'm trying to make sense of it. I don't believe in any of this nonsense, Rozenmarine. As I thought, your lines are very telling of who you are. Who am I, then? Obstinate, ambitious. There's a certain intuition within you that's yet to be awakened. What's that supposed to mean? Both your fortune and your fate are very distinct, too. You're destined for something great, aren't you, Elise? Destined for something great, you say. You're also stubborn, very set in your ways, and your ambitions. Look, Rozenmarine, I don't know what you're wittering on about, but I truly don't believe in any of this nonsense, alright? But before you go, Elise, I have something for you. You're truly... What is it? Here, I want you to have this. What in the Lord's name is this thing? I've told you before how I've seen you in my dreams, and I made this bracelet just for you, knowing I'd find you. Rozenmarine, You're my soulmate, Elise. I finally realize. We hardly know each other, Rozenmarine. I've known you for a long time, in truth. Is this about what you said yesterday? It would mean a great deal to me if you kept it, Elise.
For goodness sake.
I will. You did make it for me, after all. Even so, Rozenmarine, I know you won't believe any of this, Elise, but I think you will, in time. I find myself believing it already, somehow. Besides, you being my soulmate doesn't mean I am yours, anyhow. Huh? Things are just starting to change for you, Elise. In more ways than one, I'm certain you've noticed. I suppose. It's true. First Rozenmarine turned up, then I found these shoes, and there was that old hag I met this morning, too. Even that strange dream I had. I wonder if that's also...
Oh, but
Say, Elise. Huh? Won't you join me for a stroll tomorrow morning? Out at the crossroads, there's something I'd like to show you. Alright, alright. Come now, I ought to head back before the townsfolk lose their wits. Rozenmarine, heart piece acquired. Okay. Hopefully Lepkuchin does not hate me. Now it is nighttime. Meet Rozenmarine at the crossroads. I mean, there's nothing else to do right now, is there? I can also have dinner with her. And meet Lepkuchin at the bakery. So even though I stood her up, I'm going to go meet her. Okay. Let's see. Have dinner with Rozenmarine. I guess I'll do that first. That doesn't pass time, right? There's no pastime icons, so we should be fine. And yes, don't forget Lepkuchin. Where'd she go, though? Just going in the pantry. There's nothing. Well, okay. She out here? Where'd she go? There's something shiny here, though. There's one of the golden girls. Just another girl with a wish. Doesn't everyone have a wish or two? Not all that meet him do. I was once what you'd call the good company, despite these red shoes. That object of her affections, I suppose. What are you talking about? I was forsaken in his den by the one I loved. Whoever you bring it to, keep him company. Bear in mind, this will be their fate. The good company. Spooky. Okay. It says have dinner with Rozenmarine. Let me go back in. Actually, let me go back out. I want to check that tiny building. Maybe there's a golden girl over there. I don't need to use a lantern. Just run through the darkness. Nothing bad can happen. Nothing in here. Okay, she must be in here, just I missed her. Alternatively, I am supposed to go do the date before I have dinner with her. Like, maybe the dinner is if you didn't do the date. I mean, I can't get up to the attic if that's where she is. I thought I checked all the rooms. Just, well, Granny Hall room. Let's go to Lepkuchin. Oh, she's outside. Okay, save. Do 4. Yeah. Have dinner real quick, I guess.
Elise,
Ah, there you are, Elise. It's quite late, isn't it?
for goodness sake.
Spare me the airful, Rozenmarine. What's there to sweep out here after nightfall anyhow?
I'm sorry.
I was keeping myself busy until you came home is all. And Flock here was amusing himself chasing after the broom.
What?
Weren't you, Flock?
Oh,
What's for supper then?
yes.
Oh, I made grape soup. Soup? I figured we could both use something hearty. We have eggs. What about the eggs? I cooked those too. I thought we could toast some of yesterday's bread to have with them. Oh, thank goodness.
I'm sorry.
Did I do something wrong? Eggy toast ought to be enough for today, I suppose. Let's head inside, Rozenmarine. What? It's nothing.
Oh, but
At least wait. It's tastier than it looks, isn't it? Could have been worse, that's for certain. Anything tastes good when you're hungry, I find. I suppose today went well, all things considered. I'd best keep an eye on her, lest those folks...
sorry,
Say, Elise, I've been meaning to ask you something. Those shoes you found this morning.
now that you
What about
mention
them? You still haven't told me much about them. I've seen them before in my dreams a long time ago. In your
I'm
dreams?
sorry,
Elise, is there something you're not telling me? I don't know where to start, Rozenmarine. I've been avoiding thinking about it, but this morning in Kieferberg,
it's fate, Elise.
Our fates, Elise, they're finally starting to align. Huh? Oh, never mind.
Rozenmarine.
I saw an old hag, Rozenmarine. She told me about this patron saint in the woods. That he grants folks wishes if they bring him gifts. So it's true after all. You've heard about all this before? Carry on, carry on. She said I must bring him 3 gifts. The tender flesh, sweetest nectar, and good company. Oh, Elise, that's wonderful. What else did she say? Did she mention your fate?
For goodness sake.
For goodness sake, Rozenmarine, you're scaring me with all this nonsense. Oh, there's nothing to be afraid of, Elise. How do you know about all this? It's an old folktale my granny used to tell me. A folktale. Carry on now, what else did she say? She mentioned finding a dwelling in the woods. That he will grant my wish if I bring him the 3 gifts made from these testaments. You told her your wish, didn't you? I did, but it's nothing out of the ordinary. It's... Don't tell me. You can't tell other folks about your wish, Elise.
Out with it.
Rozenmarine, you have to tell me what's going on. All I know is what my granny told me, but... I can tell you all about it, Elise. I can help you.
Rozenmarine.
Rozenmarine, I need to think about this. I'll be here tidying up. You can ask me anything you'd like. Alright. I don't know, kinda spooky. Talk to Rozenmarine about the gifts. I'll be back for you, Lepkuchin. Rozenmarine. You don't have to look so frightened, Elise. This is all very overwhelming, is all. Oh, Elise, isn't fate such a wonderful thing? Enough of that, Rozenmarine. What are these testaments and gifts? Ah, of course. In order to meet him, you're going to have to gather the testaments to your resolve. These are tools and ingredients you'll have to use when crafting the gifts. It's common courtesy to bring your host nice gifts when visiting, isn't it? Huh. There's also the trials, but I can tell you all about his folktale later. Alright then. For now, I want to know. What is the tender flesh? What is the sweetest nectar? What is the good company? Tender flesh. I don't quite like the sound of it, but... Oh, you're the one making it sound bad, Elise. The tender flesh represents your body, the vessel for your soul, so to speak. A representation of my own flesh, then. All that matters is that it carries a part of your mortal body. Huh? It's nothing to be afraid of, Elise. It can be a nail clipping or a strand of hair. What's important is the connection between you and the symbolic vessel. Symbolic vessel. Rozenmarine. What is the sweetest nectar? It's not as though I don't have an idea, but I don't quite like it. It represents your vitality, Elise, your essence. You don't mean... All that matters is that it carries a part of your mortal body. A part of my mortal body. I know what you're thinking, Elise. That could be it, if that's what you're inclined to bring him, but... What is it, Rozenmarine? These are meant as proof of your resolve, first and foremost. It's your determination that's most important, Elise. Huh. Rozenmarine. What is the good company? I don't know what to think of this one. You should meet him when your soul is at its most vulnerable, Elise. At its most vulnerable. Granny used to say good company brings one's innermost self to light. One's true face, in other words. Rozenmarine, I'm not sure I understand. Why, it's love, Elise. Love? Love reveals all, wouldn't you say? I suppose. I need time to think. I still can't wrap my head around this nonsense, Rozenmarine. That's alright, Elise. I'll be here if you have any more questions. I think I need a moment. Bringing him gifts made out of testaments. And I'm supposed to find these somewhere? But where? Okay. Now it's time to go to bed, but I'm gonna go meet with Lepkuchin. And then I'll probably end the episode. Let me know in the comments if I should just switch over to Lepkuchin instead. Or if you think this is the right way. No, wait, there's also a date I have to do. Right? Yeah, I might as well finish that date. So it'll be a little bit of a longer episode, but that's fine. I don't need a lantern, just run through the darkness. Okay, the romantic date is actually later. It doesn't say what time, but that's later. So we won't be doing that, but we can still meet Lepkuchin. I can apparently still shop at night. Don't you start, Lepkuchin. I am not explaining myself again. My lips are sealed. You can stand there looking at me all you want. She's a rather sweet lass, I must say. Lepkuchin. I know you, Elise. She's my cousin. There's nothing more to it. Oh, could you say that again? She's, you know... No, I don't know, Elise. That's why I'm asking. Now that we got that out of the way, won't you tell me who she is? She says she's a traveler. I found her hiding in my granary on Saturday. A traveler? I'm not convinced either, Leb, but I felt sorry for the poor lass. She says she'll be leaving right after the festival, so it's only temporary. What has she come here to do? She won't tell me much herself. I had no intention of bringing her to Kieferberg, but she graced us with her presence, I suppose. I had to think of something right there and then. Elise. I shouldn't be housing a stranger, let alone put myself in harm's way for her, but... I understand, Elise. Oh, Lep. I also understand what you're telling me is a half-truth at best. Here's your bread. You'll let me know if you need more, won't you? Whoa, she gave me 2 breads again. I trust you all the same, Elise. You don't have to help me, Leb. You know that. Yet here I am. Look at me, Elise. I do trust you. I need you to know that. Alright. Stay out of trouble now. I'll see you tomorrow. I hate lying to her like that. I should keep this under wraps for Lepkuchin's sake now, too. Okay, let's run back to the save bird. I guess it won't be that long of an episode. I could go to sleep and see the spooky stuff, but who knows how long that might take. Because there's probably going to be another spooky dream. So I'm just going to save here. Oh, what am I doing talking to a goat? There we go. Let me know in the comments what you think. So let's see right now. We have no suspicion. We have double Rozenmarine and 1 Lepkuchin. Let's see, there's only 6 hearts in total. So So, unless the game's really short, there's probably more opportunities to get with the other people again. We shall see. I mean, once we do the date with the Rozenmarine, that'll happen probably tomorrow. We'll be halfway done with her. So if the game is short, we can just do multiple endings. That's what we'll do. Okay, everyone. If you enjoyed this, liking, subscribing, commenting, and sharing are all appreciated. The most important thing, though, that thou must absolutely do is have a nice day. Thank you for watching, and see you next time.